I'm going to show you guys what we've got so far. So this is a 4-foot by 8-foot shelf. There are 5 shelves on it, and we are going to be using this for growing our plant starts. This is our seeding area where we're actually using, right now we're using a soil block for, it presses the soil in a little blocks and you don't even need a container for it. It's a little bit time consuming though. Anyways, here's our seeds. We just got a order from Johnny's Seeds. We got a lot of seeds from there. Some beans. I mean, lots of seeds. A lot of cilantro. Planted a lot of that today. So this will be our little seeding station. But we got all kinds of things that we want to do. We want to do some mushrooms down here for culinary, edible mushrooms, and then in here we have worms for worm castings. These are our worms. And this is the most recent bin we made, so you may not see worms in it, but I did just add a lot of worms in it recently. But this is a much finer material because we were going to try to make the worm castings more quickly, give the worms a more finer material to work at. Because I'll show you the first bin, this one right here, and we tried a different design and doubled it, so there's a drainage bin. This one doesn't have a drainage bin, it's just a single bin with a deep bedding. But this also has a deep bedding, but it also has a drainage bin, which I think is cool because I attached this drain valve to get worm juice out of it. Get this open. What the heck? There we go. So yeah, this one is like, I sifted some out the other day. That right there, we got a little screen on there. We sift out, and there are worms in here for sure. See? Wormies. Hello. Eating the foods. Having a ball of a time. And just so you know, there's actually really nothing gross about it because worm poop is actually completely sterile. It's sterilized through a worm's gut. And it's the best. I think it's really the best fertilizer I know of, I think. But anyways, I just have the lights on here just to show you guys, because these are all flats that we have seeded in the last week. Today or the last week, but there's a few things growing. I mean, what we've seeded so far is watermelon, beets. I don't even know, I've never actually seeded beets in a tray, I've just direct seeded them. Chard, cherry tomatoes, parsley, that's triple curled parsley, kale, speckled Roman tomato. These are actually what Shelly's doing. I just seeded right here Italian flat parsley and cilantro under this one. Maybe they'll get a boost to the germination with extra warmth. This entire one is black cherry tomato. Next we have, this one is also tomatoes, German pink, heirloom tomato here. This one is San Marzano. I think those are plum tomatoes in these ones. So you can see these are all blocks, and there's nothing, we'll just pull them right out. And the benefit of the blocks is that once the roots reach the edges, they stop growing because they don't want to grow in the presence of all that oxygen, I think. Or it might be the carbon dioxide, actually, I'm not sure. Because actually roots need oxygen. Anyways, and then we got hot relish peppers. They're actually called Ralph T. squash peppers, but they're some good stuff. Hot peppers. These are padron. It's like, I think it's a small green pepper that's used in Spanish tapas. They're real small and they're fried and you just like sauteed or whatever with olive oil and sea salt. That's all they do. It's a little nice appetizer. And that's another nice. I think these are the really nice colorful ones. Romanian Next we have, right here we have an entire flat of carbon organic tomatoes from Johnny's. These are an heirloom that have been, that show some resistance to disease and to early and late blight, I believe. And then this one's just a straight flat of no soil blocks, just straight flat. I just put mescaline mix in here actually, just because I felt like it. Over here we have strawberries, and they were outside, but I brought them in because it got so cold recently, and they got used to the warm weather, and they were transplants that I pulled out of some of these garden. And thank you, Laurel, by the way. So we got like 20 or so of those. These are actually Thomas Jefferson heirloom strawberries right there. And under here we have some lettuce and chard, and actually one cilantro plant. I don't know where, I didn't even plant that, just here I believe. And we're using the foil obviously to, oops, they're falling, but obviously it's going to reflect the light. So we want to retain as much of the light and reflect it back on the plants as possible. Yeah, and last but not least, we got a great little timer here. So as you can see, I'll just do it, turn them all off, which is what they need to be. They need to be off now, but they'll turn on automatically at 7 a.m. in the morning. I think I have them on a 12-hour cycle right now. But that's all we got going right now. We have plans for much more. I have a lot of land to work with now. It's not just a half acre anymore. It's getting upwards of maybe 2 acres. I mean, half acre is workable right now, but I have an acre nearby that we're going to start developing. And then we have at Shelly's mom's, their other house. They have a house 30 minutes away with a Catholic school for girls, where they have 7 acres, where we will be doing a majority of stuff there, where we're actually going to have like a market there, like a market stand there, and sell as much of our fresh produce there every day of the week as we can. But obviously I'll go to farmers markets, and I'll work on selling to restaurants and whatnot, and we'll be filling out this rack. We'll be doing everything we can, doing microgreens. Yeah, let me show you these. I didn't show you my actual decent ones that I put in the big pots. Decent strawberries. Those aren't the decent ones. Thomas Jefferson strawberries. They're right here, the bigger ones. But yeah, guys, we're getting a big snowstorm right now. It's coming. So, I hope you guys are ready. Right there. So I actually have 3 varieties of strawberries right now that I brought with me. This one is a Southern France variety, I think. It may be that one. One of them is Thomas Jefferson. One of them is Southern France variety that is an everbearing, and one of them is a June bearing. And I have 3 more varieties on the way. 75 strawberry plants are on the way, and that's it. I also do woodworking, by the way. I got some cedar. Might make a table from this one. But, and I was making a spatula. I made a really, this isn't the spatula, but I made a really nice spatula from one. Like, this is what I would use to make a spatula, but this one actually got a crack in it, so I'm probably not going to. I thought about making it into a baseball bat or something. I don't know. That's about it, guys. That's about it. That's Shelly. Shelly's doing her chemistry test. Good luck. Okay. And finally, last but not least, the drum set. That's besides the point. Alright, guys.